Hello, I'm Jasmine Jack with the news update. The festive season police operations in Oro Province will be launched before the eve of Christmas, says the Oro Provincial Police Commander Chief Inspector Ewai Segi. Segi said the festive season operation will continue to 2024 to mitigate crimes that have occurred during the first quarter of the year. He said this will give police the chance to round up perpetrators from 2023 who are still on the run and focus on other crimes in 2024. Segi said 2024 is going to be a busy year and urged the people to put their safety first when moving around and to stay away from trouble. The PPC added that police units who are currently on the ground will assist the police in Oro to drive the police festive season operations. As the year 2023 quickly comes to an end, the Hela District Development Authority has taken significant strides to deliver water tanks to residents of Parabada, Roku and Koderika villages recently. 40 tanks were delivered to the communities by the DDA in the spirit of directly supporting the communities and help alleviate water woes. Local member Keith Iduhu shared that water has been and will continue to be the forefront of Hela development priorities. He assured that the DDA will continue their efforts to ensure that such vital initiatives are spread across the electorate. Governor Sasindran Muthuvel this week announced a funding injection of 500,000 kina to Jubilee University in partnership with the provincial government to begin work on building the Kimber Teachers College. The governor acknowledged the province's pursuit of establishing higher learning facilities after the MV Rabal Queen incident in February 2012, where many students died while seeking education opportunities in Leh. Principal Ishmael Leka outlined plans for grant, expressing gratitude for the support. He disclosed that the funds would be split between operational needs and project development.
Institution, project. Planning project, extension classroom, construction start now site, extending can site making come up a study center also nothing so time only no lectures na non contact hours all by using the slots and library so like with the Wi-Fi too, so all can start in the lab working on research writing more assignments or study.
Pacifan and DreamWorks Consulting have joined forces to empower small to medium enterprises in Taripori district of Hela province. Funded by the Taripori DDA, the partnership will span over 5 years from 2024, focusing on capacity building, formalizing businesses, and facilitating funding access for over 10,000 individuals. Pacifan's seasoned expertise, including 5 certified trainers and over 50 years of combined experience, will ensure a robust strategy for sustainable SME growth. Pacifan acknowledged the Prime Minister and member for Taripori James Marape support in advancing economic development in his district. In regional news, Kiribati's Minister for Fisheries and Marine Resources, Ribanatake Tiwau, emphasized the vital role of tuna for this country in his panel discussion at the COP28 side event on Monday in Dubai on the impact of climate change on fisheries. Kiribati says tuna is very important to the region, and in the case for Kiribati, its ocean area is 400 times larger than the land area and are located in a tuna corridor, a 5-degree north, 5-degree south corridor where most tuna migrates. Minister Tiwau acknowledged the challenges posed by climate change and the potential changes in the tuna corridor and the dispersion of tuna. Despite these challenges, he expressed confidence in the effectiveness of regional management measures. Queensland's Deputy Premier Stephen Miles is set to take over top job from Anastasia after her unexpected resignation last week. The leadership contest was short-lived after another contender pulled out of the race.
It might not be official yet, but the New Look leadership team is wasting no time getting to work.
The government I lead will be absolutely focused on the task of helping Queenslanders, and that's why today we're announcing that we will freeze car rego for the next year.
Keen to push cost of living help at their first press conference since striking a factional deal for the jobs of Premier and Deputy, a pact that's set to be rubber-stamped by the Labor caucus on Friday.
I'm grateful that he is supporting me. We have been friends for a long time. We share a vision for Queensland.
I'm absolutely convinced that Stephen Miles is the best leader for Queensland now and for the future.
Look, there's been a lot of discussions between a lot of people over the last few days, but this is an agreement between Cameron and I.
The agreement ending a brief two-way contest to replace Anastasia Palaszczuk. Yesterday, Shannon Fentman declared her intention to nominate for Premier, but withdrew this morning, saying it's clear that a majority of Labor members of Parliament will support Stephen Miles to be the next leader. He says she's doing a great job as Health Minister.
I have certainly asked her to stay on in that role and also take a leadership role within the government.
Cameron Dick will also retain the role of Treasurer. There will be other changes to Cabinet, but Mr Miles is being tight-lipped for now.
We're not getting ahead of ourselves. The caucus meets on Friday to elect the leadership team.
I see the same people who have led to the same crises that are gripping Queensland.
10 months out from the state election, the incoming Premier says Labor is the underdog, but he's confident they can win. As well as focusing on cost of living, he's also signalled a change around delivering infrastructure for the 2032 Games. Now saying an independent delivery authority is the right way to go, after the government previously dismissed it.
We'll start work just as soon as I get my feet under the desk.
Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has called for a sustainable ceasefire in Gaza, joining the leaders of New Zealand and Canada in issuing a rare joint statement. Australia has also voted in favour of a ceasefire in the United Nations General Assembly after abstaining from a vote on the issue in October. The moves put Australia somewhat at odds with the US, which voted against the ceasefire motion. In their joint statement, the leaders say they regret that the pause in fighting brokered by the US, Egypt and Qatar last month was not extended. We want to see this pause resumed and support urgent international efforts towards a sustainable ceasefire, they say. And in sports, the Lae City Dwellers FC is gearing up to face Port Moresby Strikers in the National Premier Soccer League's second semi-final this evening. Coach Peter Gunemba relies on a mix of youth and experience, with veterans Raymond Gunemba, Valentine Nelson and Nigel Nabinyaba providing crucial support. Midfielders David Tobem and Jason Waduna are poised to play pivotal roles for the Dwellers as they aim to secure a spot in the final. Coach Gunemba remains cautious but confident that his team won't be an easy opponent. Coach Marty Terry of Port Moresby Strikers anticipates a challenging encounter and places faith in veterans Michael Foster, Pala Paul, and Pascal Kundi to guide the young talents. The victor will advance to face the winner of the Hekara United versus Lae City FC match in the grand final. The excitement builds as both teams finalize preparations. Coach Gunemba expected to reveal his starting lineup before the crucial matchup. And that's it for Midday News. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
They've done long distance love.
They can wait to